Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing what I think is a really cool pen, a special pen. It is this. This is the Lamy Dialog CC All Black, which is a somewhat special edition. Definitely not a limited edition, but a special edition. I think not intended to be part of the long-term standard lineup of the CC. I may be wrong in that, but I believe that is the case. I'm going to talk about the parts and features of this pen, dual writing sample, and talk about some pros and cons. So, firstly, the Dialog CC is kind of like an evolution of the Dialog 3, which is the retractable twist fountain pen from Lamy. Now, Lamy is a German company with a long history. Recently, it has been bought by another brand, and it's going to be interesting to see sort of where it goes with that. But they have a long German heritage of making amazing pens. Think the 2000, think the Safari, all those kinds of things. And as I said, this particular one is an evolution of the Dialog 3. Maybe one day I'll do a shootout of those two pens, but today we are just reviewing this one. So, parts and features. Obviously, the first feature I'm just going to quickly cover is the retractable nature of the pen. So you can see on the end here, we've got this opening with a little metal, what looks like a metal ball in the end there. And here is the seam, and you turn the back of the pen and the nib comes out the front. And it is a beautiful smooth mechanism. And if we look at it from this angle here, you can see the nib come out there. It is nice and beautifully sort of engineered and all of that. I really enjoy it. And that is the top of the pen. And then coming down the pen is almost completely cylindrical. And I do love this sleek all black version. There's this little black plate that says Lamy, which used to be where the clip was on the Dialog 3. And what I find with this is that it's just good for sort of stabilizing the grip and also acting as a roll stop. You definitely don't want a pen like this rolling off your desk. As I said, it continues along. You get that little seam joining there all the way along to the end, and then this shiny metal black end, which has this like rounded, half rounded sort of feature. It's really nice. It's simple and it's clean. It's a really elegant, almost minimalist Bauhaus design. I enjoy it a lot. As I said, you turn the end there, the nib comes out, and so you get the little taper down to that nib. It is a 14 karat gold nib. I have it with a fine. It is the black version of it, and it has the simple traditional black Lamy plastic feed. It's in a lot of ways, it's a very simple pen, but a super engineered and beautifully made pen as well. Now, it is a cartridge converter pen, and it is Lamy's proprietary cartridges and converter, and both are provided. And you untwist this end the way you don't. So if you're opening the nib out, you turn it to the right. To open it up, you turn it to the left, and with some threads. And then you can see the Lamy converter there, as it says Lamy. And that is in the mechanism of the pen. And then to take that mechanism out, you can unscrew this internal section of the pen, and that is our working mechanism. So the converter, which sits seated in there, and then down to the nib there, and that all is housed inside the pen very beautifully, and you just screw that back into place. And then when the body is screwed in, that retractable twist mechanism works absolutely beautifully. And that is the parts and features of the pen. It's not a particularly light pen. It is made of metal. It's a nicely anodized metal. The finish on it is absolutely great. It's made of brass, I should say, with this black finish and with the black PVD trim. It's a lovely pen. It's I think it was Gold Spot Pens who said something like it's the fountain pen equivalent of a silent stationary assassin. I think I saw that on their website at one point. And I really like that. It's stealthy, it's clean, it's elegant, but it is a powerful, powerful pen. Okay, for the size comparison today, I'm going to put it alongside the Lamy Safari, of course. And then my other favorite retractable fountain pen, which is this one, the Pilot Capless or Vanishing Point. I've also got that in the all black. You can see it's shorter than both of those. Then if we open it up, it's actually slightly longer than the unposted Lamy Safari, and still slightly shorter, well, it's actually about the same length if you go nib tip to end of the Pilot vanishing point. But of course, the Lamy Safari can also post, whereas the retractable fountain pens don't have post or caps to post, and so that becomes a lot longer. But these the vanishing point and the Dialog CC are both nice size pens in the hand, and I have no issue with the size of this pen in my hand, and I would imagine not too many people would. So let's talk the dimensions now for the Lamy Dialog CC. So it is 124 millimeters when the nib is retracted. So it's a decent size, but not sort of too big. And when the nib is out, it's 141 millimeters. So you gain like that 1.5 centimeters of the nib length. Around the body of the pen is about 13.2 millimeters. So that is what you're going to be holding it at, which for some people is going to be too big. And without a defined grip section, some people don't like how this pen feels in the hand. I like it. It feels good to me, and I do like the little plate there as just a nice sort of stabilizer for the grip. It doesn't get in the way like the clip on, say, the vanishing point for me. And the pen weighs 48 grams, so it's not a lightweight pen. As I said, brass body, it's got a metal mechanism, so there is a bit of weight in the pen, but the balance is really, really nice. Okay, let's do a writing sample now with the Lamy Dialog CC. This has a 14 karat gold and fine nib, which I enjoy immensely. The ink in this today is Toucher Sabi Midori. This is an ink I've used a couple of times in the past, but based on another project I've been doing here on YouTube, I decided to really get into this ink, and it is really, really beautiful. Like, it's a lovely, lovely ink. So let's do the writing sample. Okay, you can see it writes nicely. It writes consistently. It's not the wettest pen, but it certainly lays down a beautiful amount of ink. Quick writing. Okay, that was me. So, one thing I will say is that this pen does not hard start or skip or anything like that. There's never ink starvation, no worries there. But it does have a slightly soft nib. It being that 14 karat gold, not flex, but you can push it to get a little bit of line variation. But if you push a little hard, it does kind of railroad. And it's not hard to get it to do that, particularly like in quick writing. But it is a softer nib, and you definitely feel that sort of slight softness as you are writing, which is very enjoyable. But it is not flex, it is not semi-flex, it is not soft in that way. It's just a nice sort of gentle bounce. And I enjoy that a lot here. But yeah, lovely, lovely writing pen. Beautiful and smooth, reliable. And being Lamy, of course, there's good warranties and all that kind of stuff. And if the nib doesn't work, there are ways to get it replaced. But also, if you decide you want a different nib on it, you can put another nib on it. And you can buy these gold Lamy nibs separately. Or if you were so desired, you could put, even that nib from the Safari or something on it. They all fit the same size, but this is the 14 karat gold version as opposed to, say, the Safari nib, which is a steel nib. Okay, let's talk about the price here. In Australia, this pen retails at full price for over $500. Occasionally there are sales, and certain retailers will do special deals and things depending on the retailer, depending on their profit margins, all that kind of stuff. But full retail in Australia is over $500. It's a gold nib pen, so that does bump the price up. It's a well-engineered pen, all of that. So there are things that make this an expensive pen. Is it worth the money? That is going to be up to you. It is not a cheap pen though. Just putting it out there. It retails in the US for $350-ish as well. So yeah, you are buying a substantial pen here. But let's talk about some pros and cons. Okay, cons, there's no clip. So if you are one of these people who needs a clip on a pen for a pen case or something, this does not have one. It does have the roll stop, all that kind of stuff, which is a little bit weird, but you know, it's functional and does the job. The grip section is going to be not for some people. Like it's quite smooth, and it's not a defined section, so there's nowhere to really grip into. That's why I actually really enjoy on this particular pen model the placement of that roll stop, just as a way of anchoring my hand sometimes. The other thing, and this is totally personal, is that the logo there is designed for right-handed writers, and that's absolutely fine. Right-handed writer will hold it there, and you get Lamy up the right way. The left-handed writer gets it upside down. Just always a pet peeve of mine, but something that a few pen companies take into account, but obviously not going to be an issue for everyone. But let's talk about the pros of this pen. Firstly, the engineering and that form and function. The retractable nature makes it super quick to write with, convenient, and really fun. So retractable pens, always great. And this has really awesome engineering. Way more engineered than a lot of other retractable fountain pens. This has a very, very good nib on it. It's smooth, it's relatively wet, it's got that nice bounce. It's lovely pen to write with. And also, because that's got a nice weight in the hand, you do feel the pen doing a lot of the writing for you, which is very good. I think this is a great evolution of the pen model from the Dialog 3. I think the Dialog 3 felt a little bit long in the hand. This taking that rounded end off, sort of fixing the balance a little bit, removing the clip. It's a nice evolution of the model, and I love this design. I love the sleek all black of this particular version. As I said, this is be it limited or special edition for a limited time. That's kind of still to be, seen. Well, at least from my perspective, I haven't seen anything about it. But there are versions of this that are sort of consistently available, and like that blue one's beautiful, the white one looks amazing. But this all black with that sort of bits of sort of metallic trim, and then that sleek all black matte finish, I think is absolutely stunning. So this is a pen I really enjoy, and I really hope you found this video interesting and useful. Please like and subscribe and hit the notifications button, all of that kind of stuff. It all helps the algorithm and helps me continue to grow this channel and make content for you. If you'd like to support the channel, I would really love to hear from you. My email and all my social media and stuff is listed below. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, please let me know. I love hearing what you guys are playing with and what you guys are discovering, so please get in touch. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.